Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your October reading. Yeah, we're already we're already deep into October. As you guys can tell, probably the energy is thick. It's really dense. Um, there's a lot going on, a whole lot going. I'm drinking my energy, my V8 energy drink. But yeah, so there's a lot going on, and we have two eclipses that are ruled by Venus. One of them is in your sign. So the lunar eclipse, the full moon eclipse, is happening on October 28th, and that'll be happening for Taurus rising. It'll be happening in your first house. And it's really, everything is changing in relationships, everything is changing in the structures of the relationships that we have with the South Node, also in Libra. That's why the eclipse is happening, the solar eclipse. We are having to find balance within our relationships without losing our own independence in the process. Aries is the North Node. If you would like to see how the astrology is going to be affecting you or your rising and your sun sign more closely, I've got all of that up on the Zodiac tier for Patreon. It's only $10.99 a month. And it's honestly one of the best ways to support us. Another really good way to support us is to donate to the foundation that we've started as well. So it's helping other people to thrive, the vulnerable people. We're all in this space of insecurity right now, like survival insecurity. So all of that information is in the description box, but Patreon is really where it's at. You're going to get a lot of extra content. We have some of the Love and Science teachers also in Patreon in the second tier, the universe tier. And I will be doing some classes as well in the universe tier. So we would love to have you guys there. You can also purchase the videos individually. So if you're not ready to commit as well. And I have my 6-month readings available. I've got a pre sale for my 6-month readings. December is included in the pre sale. So if you run over to my website, you can see all of that, business aside. So one of the biggest things I'm already recognizing for Taurus this month is communication in relationships. Um, I'm a little shiny. I just put a whole bunch of moisturizer on because we're in the desert and it's really dry. And Venus is opposite Saturn today, and my skin was like, give me moisture. It was like screaming at me. So I'm a little shiny. Sorry. But you guys will appreciate that. The fact that I had to moisturize my face before we started. Of course, you guys would totally appreciate that. But I just need a microphone too. Anyway, so communication in relationships, and I think that that's really going to be something that you guys need to look at this month. And it's not just Taurians that are dealing with relationships and communication. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm picking on you. I just like, even people like there was a very good relationship with a dear Taurus friend of mine. And he and I even got into a little scuffle this morning, and it was just because of miscommunication. And it was miscommunication during Mercury retrograde. Like, that's when it happened. That's when the miscommunication happened, was during Mercury retrograde. So it came back even after. That's one of those ways to show you how the Mercury retrograde lesson can turn itself on its head at any time, right? It doesn't even have to be in the post shadow period or the pre shadow period. Venus was also retrograde during that time too. Venus is also out of post shadow period, just came out of post shadow period and is now in Virgo. So, but there's a lot when it comes to relationships. There's a lot when it comes to recognizing when you're not in the right and being able to admit that, which my Taurus friend took responsibility of the miscommunication, even though I think we both took the responsibility, but he did as well. And I appreciate that, of course. But that's the way it should be, right? Both sides should be like, oh, yeah, we both are kind of in this, right? Relationships are not one sided. So if you both are not listening to each other, then it can be really, really difficult to have those hard discussions, right? When you can have a hard discussion with someone and come out on the other side a better person, both of you come out on the other side a better person instead of come out on the other side, you've said a whole bunch of nasty things to each other that you probably regret now. Um, you've probably, yeah, just made some poor choices, right? Or you can come out a better person. And I think that that's a choice, right? That's what we talk about when we talk about emotional maturity. You don't always have to be right about everything. I know some of you are going to be like, what? I'm always right. I'm a Virgo. I get that feeling. I get that sentiment, right? I get it. I understand. I just want to get a little bit more comfortable here. Let's get you guys a surrender card. Power of surrender. Let's see what it is that Taurus is surrendering. Yep. Okay. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay? Surrender your desire to control people. Because and like I'm going to say this, and I need you guys to understand that some of you might be triggered by some of the things that I'm going to say, because some of it might be very true that you need to look at. And I'm not trying to say this to pick on anybody. We all go through what I'm about to talk about. All of us, every one of us goes through what I'm about to talk about. People pleasing and taking the responsibility to be the martyr are also ways to control people. And I want you to kind of let that sink in, because anytime you sacrifice how you feel about something instead of allowing yourself to say, no, now that's not fair. I feel this way about it. And, I should be able to have my feelings too. Or, anytime you just decide, instead of getting in a fight, you're just like, nope, I'm done. I'm not going to argue about this. And you shut down and you don't allow the relationship to process what it needs to process. I got to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That is people pleasing. And that is sabotaging yourself. My Reiki bunny. That's sabotaging yourself and the other person and the relationship. Yeah. And I think that that can be frustrating for everybody involved. Okay. Nice. This choice for you, you don't have to control people when you make choices for your own happiness. You don't have to control anything. You don't have to control anything. You do have to be willing to release things and let go of things and um be like, I don't, you have to be able to make equal choices of what you want and equal choices of what you don't want in your life in order to be happy. It's not just about everything that you want. Because sometimes the things that you want aren't good for you. And you have to remember that too. But we have the Hierophant, so you're showing up to your reading as yourself. Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So you have options this month. And all of the choices and options that you're making are taking you directly to that Ten of Cups, or this is what you want to do, right? Like you want to make the right choices so that you're happy. Like you're tired of that, like it's like it's a misery, kind of like you don't want to be, I get it. All right, let's clarify the Hierophant. Oh, nice. Clarify the Two of Wands. Yeah, so there's some things, bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Okay. There are some things that you are going to have to be honest with yourself about when it comes to closure. And I think that there's some things that you're going to have to be honest with yourself about because you don't want to be sad anymore or hurting anymore or in pain anymore or, like consumed, right? You don't want to be consumed by the sadness. And here's the thing, and like you don't want to argue anymore, right? Like there's just I feel like there's just this overwhelming amount of things that you don't want, and I think you have to clear all those things out before you can see what you do actually want in your life. But you have to be honest about who's providing that, all those things that are what you don't want. The King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles on the Hierophant. You have a goal. I am planting seeds. I am working. I am doing what I need to do to move forward and to make decisions for my life. 10 of Swords on the Two of Wands. There are some cycles that are going to have to close. Here's the thing, Taurus, is sometimes you guys don't make decisions out of fear that everything is going to fall apart. You can't control what other people are going to do. You can only control yourself. And if other people want to not, if it doesn't work, Taurus, it doesn't work. This is a time for you to see who's not working with you and who's working with you. The Page of Cups on the Three of Swords clarifies the Ten of Cups. What you want is hidden under a whole bunch of pain and anger and frustration and sadness. that Page of Cups is the desire, the want, the like, I really want, I really need. But that it's almost as if the Three of Swords is kind of protecting the Ten of Cups in this case. And you kind of have to like ask yourself, why? Why am I protecting, why do I feel like I can't have what I want and what I desire? There are some things that you are being loyal to that are just kind of throwing you off instead and not really making you feel really good about yourself. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, these are the bottom of the deck. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like after all of the eclipses happen, I feel like that Taurus eclipse, lunar eclipse on the 28th is really going to kind of rock your world a little bit. It's going to be very eye-opening. Go check out the Libra solar eclipse reading as well. I'll link it at the end of this video. So if you've gotten this far and you're going to watch the end of the video, you'll be able to see it. But what I said in that video, if it's not meant to survive October, if it's not meant to survive in your life for your journey, it's not going to survive October. That's what I said. If it's not meant to survive in your journey in November, probably, or by the end of the year, it'll be gone. And that's for everybody. It's not just for you guys, but it really feels like there's a lot of clearing space because you have a goal to build something for yourself over here, which I love. I love, 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 love. Control that. Focus on that. That's what you need to focus on. But nobody else needs to believe in you, in your beliefs. Nobody else needs to follow what you follow. Nobody else, there's no, it's not a necessity. It's nice to resonate with people, but there are billions of people on this planet. Someone's going to resonate with you. Something is changing for you at the end of October. And it's this build up and shift of wanting to be better for yourself. So the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, really working towards some goals. And now I want you to remember that survival mode, to get out of survival mode, part of that is shifting your perspective on how you feel about yourself. If you don't believe that you can be successful and get out of survival mode, you're probably going to always cycle through that, suffer through survival mode. So I love you guys. I do hope that you have a good October. And if it's not good, I hope it's at least productive. And keep an open mind, Taurus. Just do that at the very least. Try and keep an open mind about where you're going next. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.